For a long time, Neanderthals were seen as primitive and unintelligent. This perception was largely based on early discoveries of their remains, which were often found in association with simple stone tools and animal bones. Early scientists and the public alike imagined them as brutish, hunched over, and barely capable of coherent thought or speech. We imagined them as hunched-over brutes, living short, harsh lives in dark caves. This image was reinforced by early reconstructions that depicted them with bent knees and slouched postures, as if they were more ape-like than human. However, scientists now know that Neanderthals were much more complex than we once thought. Advances in archaeology and genetics have revealed a different picture. Neanderthals were not just simple-minded cave dwellers. They were intelligent beings with a rich culture and sophisticated skills. They were our closest ancient human relatives, sharing a common ancestor with us around 600,000 years ago. This close relationship is evident in the similarities between our DNA and theirs. In fact, many modern humans carry a small percentage of Neanderthal DNA, a testament to the interbreeding that occurred between our species. Neanderthals lived in Europe and Asia for over 300,000 years. They adapted to a wide range of environments, from the frigid tundras of northern Europe to the temperate forests of the Middle East. Their ability to survive in such diverse habitats speaks to their ingenuity and resilience. They disappeared around 40,000 years ago, a relatively short time after modern humans arrived in Europe. The reasons for their disappearance are still a subject of intense debate among scientists. Some theories suggest that competition with modern humans for resources played a role, while others point to climate change or disease. We still don't know exactly why Neanderthals vanished, but their legacy lives on in our genes and in the archaeological record. Each new discovery adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us understand not just who they were, but also who we are. Neanderthals were skilled hunters and tool makers. They developed a variety of tools, from simple stone flakes to more complex implements like spears and scrapers. These tools allowed them to hunt large game and process animal hides, which were essential for their survival in harsh climates. They lived in social groups and cared for their sick and injured. Evidence from fossilized bones shows that some Neanderthals survived serious injuries, suggesting that they received care and support from their community. This level of social organization indicates a deep sense of empathy and cooperation. There is even evidence that Neanderthals created art and had rituals. Cave paintings and carvings attributed to them suggest that they engaged in symbolic thought and expression. These artistic endeavors may have played a role in their social and spiritual lives, much like they do in modern human societies. This shows that they were capable of symbolic thought, something that was once believed to be unique to modern humans. The more we learn about Neanderthals, the more we realize how similar they were to us. They were not just our distant cousins, they were a part of our shared human story. Neanderthals had a larger brain than modern humans. This larger brain size has led scientists to believe that Neanderthals were highly intelligent, capable of complex thought and problem-solving. Their brain structure suggests they had advanced cognitive abilities, which they used to adapt to their harsh environments. Their skulls were shaped differently, too. Neanderthals had a more elongated skull with a pronounced occipital bun at the back, which may have helped support their larger brains. This distinct shape set them apart from modern humans, whose skulls are more rounded. They had a prominent brow ridge above their eyes. This feature provided extra protection for their eyes, and may have been an adaptation to their environment. The brow ridge also gave Neanderthals a distinctive, robust appearance. Their bodies were adapted to the cold climates of Europe and Asia. Neanderthals lived during the Ice Age, and their physical adaptations helped them survive in freezing temperatures. Their nasal passages were larger, which helped warm the cold air before it reached their lungs. They were shorter and stockier than modern humans, with powerful muscles. This body type was ideal for conserving heat and provided the strength needed for their daily activities, such as hunting large animals and building shelters. They needed strong bodies to survive their tough environment. Neanderthals were expert toolmakers. They crafted a variety of tools from stone, bone, and wood, which they used for hunting, building, and other daily tasks. Their tool-making skills were advanced and showed a high level of ingenuity. They made stone tools for hunting, butchering animals, and preparing their food. These tools were essential for their survival, allowing them to efficiently process meat and other resources. The craftsmanship of their tools indicates a deep understanding of materials and techniques. They also used fire for cooking and warmth. Fire was a crucial part of Neanderthal life, providing heat in cold climates, a means to cook food, and protection from predators. Mastery of fire demonstrates their ability to control and use natural resources to their advantage. Neanderthals weren't just focused on survival. They were much more complex and sophisticated than we often give them credit for. They made jewelry from shells and animal teeth, which indicates a sense of aesthetics and personal adornment. These items weren't just functional, they were decorative, showing that Neanderthals had an appreciation for beauty. They also used pigments, probably to paint their bodies or clothes. This use of color suggests that they engaged in some form of body art or clothing decoration, which could have been used for social or ritualistic purposes. In caves, researchers have found evidence of possible Neanderthal art. These cave paintings and carvings indicate that they had the cognitive ability to create symbolic representations, a trait once thought to be unique to modern humans. These discoveries suggest that Neanderthals had a sense of beauty and symbolism. They were capable of abstract thinking and expressing themselves through art, which challenges the stereotype of them being primitive and solely focused on survival. Just like us, they may have used art and jewelry to express themselves. This form of self-expression could have been a way to communicate their identity, status, or beliefs within their community. We also know that Neanderthals took care of each other. They lived in close-knit communities where individuals supported one another, much like modern human societies. Fossil evidence shows that some individuals lived with severe injuries. These injuries would have required long-term care and support, indicating that Neanderthals had a strong sense of social responsibility and compassion. This means that they were looked after by their group, showing compassion and empathy. Their ability to care for the sick and injured demonstrates that they had complex social structures and emotional bonds, making them not so different from us after all. Neanderthals and modern humans shared a common ancestor in Africa. Modern humans evolved in Africa and then migrated out, reaching Europe and Asia. This is where they encountered the Neanderthals. These meetings weren't always peaceful. However, there is also evidence that Neanderthals and modern humans sometimes lived together and even had children. This interbreeding is why many people today carry Neanderthal DNA. Most people outside of Africa have around 2% Neanderthal DNA. This means that our ancestors had children with Neanderthals. These children then had their own children, passing on the Neanderthal genes. Scientists are still discovering what this Neanderthal DNA does. Some studies suggest that it might influence our immune system, hair color, and even our sleep patterns. Neanderthal DNA and its influence on modern health. While some Neanderthal genes may be beneficial, others might be linked to certain health conditions. For example, some studies suggest there might be a link between Neanderthal DNA and a higher risk of depression or certain skin conditions. However, it's important to remember that genes are complex, and their effects are not always straightforward. More research is needed to understand the full impact of Neanderthal DNA on our health. New discoveries, new perspectives. Scientists are constantly making new discoveries about Neanderthals. Improved technology lets us analyze ancient DNA and fossils in ways we never could before. For example, recent analysis of Neanderthal tooth plaque revealed that they used medicinal plants. This suggests that Neanderthals understood something about treating illnesses. The enduring legacy of Neanderthals. Neanderthals are not just figures from the past. They are part of our shared human story. Their genes live on in us today, influencing our biology and potentially our health. By studying Neanderthals, we learn more about our own evolution and what it means to be human. Conclusion: a shared human story. Neanderthals were complex and intelligent humans. They were skilled toolmakers, created art, cared for their sick, and even interacted with our own ancestors. Their story is a reminder that human evolution is not a straight line. It is a complex web of interconnections. As we continue to learn more about Neanderthals, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world.